welcome back to the channel. Today I have 3 frequently asked questions I get from Pilates people just starting out and wanted to clear the air on those questions. So question number 1, why does my neck hurt during the Pilates curl? The most common thing that might be leading to neck pain in your Pilates curl is lack of core strength. Especially if you're a beginner, you're still building your core strength. It's gonna take some time to build the strength and the stamina to hold yourself up in that position. Because of that, your neck is gonna wanna recruit in to help you complete the exercise and find the shape, which is why you might be feeling a lot of tension, in particular in the back of the neck and in the sides, because your neck is like, oh, my core can't hold this up, let me help. It wants to help and get involved. So that's kind of natural when you're first starting and building your core strength. We want to make sure that we're not fighting through pain. So if at any point you experience pain, you want to abort mission. So if it really hurts to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up, lower them down and continue the exercise as is. There are a couple of modifications that can help with neck discomfort if you are experiencing it in class or during a private session. First thing, you can just lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Work on that stamina by holding up in that curl as long as you can. Another thing that can help is keeping the hands behind the head. So stacking your hands one on top of the other, bringing it behind the nape of your neck. This can help support the weight of the head and the hands and keep your neck nice and long so that you can work the scoop from your center a little bit more. Another thing that can help is changing where you're looking. Gaze can be really important with your Pilates curl. When you have your head, neck, and shoulders curl up, you might hear the common cue of keeping an orange or tennis ball in between your chin and your chest. So we never want to be super tucked towards the chest, and we never want to be straight back. Anything kind of in those two extremes can add extra load or extreme stretch to the neck, which can lead to discomfort and potentially pain. So you want to make sure that you're gazing where you need to. I like to direct people towards about mid-thigh. That can kind of set the chin into that tennis ball holding position. And that's going to be the ideal place to hold your neck. So you work that scoop of your center, you keep the back of the neck long and soft, and your gaze consistent. The final thing, there's 2 parts to your Pilates curl. There's the lift up, but then there's also the curl. A lot of people can lift up. So what do I mean by that is lifting the shoulders up off the mat, getting the head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. But there's also that curl element. So there's that scoop in that crease that sends your chest a little bit forward so that you're at the tips of your shoulder blades. And that's hard because it requires a lot of core strength, and not just superficial core strength. This is a really deep exercise that targets your innermost abdominal muscles. So this is not easy to find. So a lot of people can get up, but they can't necessarily curl. And that's what we're really looking for. So thinking about that when you're coming up into your curl, are you actually curling your body? You want the lower body to stay nice and still, so the tailbone stays heavy and the lower back is nice and long. But you want to think of that curl coming right at the sternum. So you're creasing at that sternum. I like to bring my hands to my rib cage, 4 fingers to the front, thumbs to the back, and feel that curl from here. So as I curl, I feel like my back ribs kind of lift up and my front fingers draw down. So there's that scoop forward, and I feel a lot of engagement of the abs drawing back, but a lot of length in my lower back here at the same time. So feeling that lift up, but then also that scoop could be a game changer in your technique and might be able to solve some issues with not just holding the curl, but also where you're feeling certain things as well. So keep practicing, keep working on it, it will come. Another frequently asked question I get, and I think can be a point of frustration for people, is in the more classical traditional Pilates method, we do 3 to 5 reps of an exercise. So it's a very low rep system, and a lot of people don't know why or don't understand why. And some people think that you're not working as hard when you do 3 to 5 reps. I can't disagree with that more. So Pilates is a quality over quantity game. It's a control over range of motion game. It's a technique first game. Being mindful of how we're doing things and doing them correctly is going to make us stronger and better at exercises in the long run. So in Pilates, it's kind of the opposite of what you would think. Less reps and slower is going to get you stronger faster in this practice. So 3 to 5 reps done correctly and really well, and sometimes really slow where we're working out all those details. That's where you're not only going to find the strength and the nuance and the control and precision that you need for these exercises, but you're also going to get really mindful and really have a deeper understanding of your own technique and how this is supposed to feel in your body and what's supposed to be working when. And that's really important. We never want to feel like we're kind of throwing our body around and not quite understanding why we're doing things. That's what's really beautiful about Pilates, is that there's a lot of focus on the why. Why do we do certain things? And where do we feel that to find that why? So 3 to 5 reps with that nice mindfulness, that sweet technique, you're gonna get really strong faster than you think. Speaking of speed and improvement, frequently asked question, how often should I be doing Pilates to start to see improvements or to meet my goals? I like to recommend twice a week to start out, and at least one of those classes be a mat class. Twice a week, you're just gonna build that routine up a little quicker. You'll learn the names of the exercises. You're just gonna start building at a bit of a quicker pace. And why I recommend taking a mat class as well as an apparatus class is that mat is going to make your apparatus work so much smoother. If you only do apparatus and not do mat, for me, and this is my opinion, it feels like a key component is missing. Your mat work is gonna set you up for the highest successes in apparatus. It's body weight centric, so you have to move your body with your body, which is a lot harder to do. You get a lot of support in the apparatus from the springs and the straps. Doesn't necessarily make it easier to do than mat, but you do get more support than you do on the mat, because in the mat you don't get any support. So having that strong mat work is going to allow you to bring yourself back to center. You're going to have a stronger understanding of the foundations of the exercises, why you do them, where you should be feeling them. So when you start to add straps and boxes and jump boards and springs, you're going to be able to move more mindfully and intentionally and be able to honestly advance a little quicker doing mat work. I've found this to be huge for me, especially coming back from the pandemic. When I took my first reformer class after only taking mat for a year and a half being home, I was shocked at just how easy the reformer was for me. Exercises on the reformer that I was unable to do, I was suddenly able to do. And that was a really important reminder to me of the importance of this mat work and just how powerful it actually is. It's also free. Once you learn the system, you can take this with you anywhere. All you need is a mat and yourself, and you can move. And that's what's really amazing about Pilates as well, is that you don't need the apparatus. You can just do it with you and your mat. And that's really what the creator, Joseph Pilates, really wanted. He wanted everyone doing Pilates, and he made a really awesome system that allows us to do that for free. So those are a couple more frequently asked questions I get. If you have any other questions that you want me to put in a video, leave them in the comments below. And yeah, look forward to answering more of your questions soon. Stay awesome. Bye.